What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. So since we have some information now on the Warlock class, I've been cooking up something really special. So this is gonna be an Abyss Hellfracture craziness with the demon form metamorphosis and the terror demon variant of that, using the ritualist shard with the twisted fragment. So I wanna walk you through my thought process regarding this, how can the build function, and we can go from there. So we're gonna take mainly the ritualist shard, which with the twisted fragment will allow us to tap into overpower. Now overpower is gonna give us, with the overfill, 40% increased damage and 50% increased size on our skills, and with the normal 8 stack it's gonna be 32% and 40% respectively. Now how we gonna tap into this? Now we need to remember that with the twisted fragment, occult abyss skills can be empowered by volatility. Okay, so we come down to Hellfracture. This is gonna be our main bread and butter, dealing damage, sucking up enemies into itself, going crazy. So we're gonna take Hellfracture, which is gonna be presumably quite insane for damage, because it has an auto built-in 2x multiplier or 3x multiplier. We're gonna make this skill an abyss skill with a built-in pulling mechanism, and we're gonna reduce its cost. Now I'm gonna talk about this later when we get to that. So we established that we're gonna have an abyss damage skill. Now we're gonna come down to metamorphosis, and we're gonna make the metamorphosis empower our abyss stuff. We're gonna take terror demon. It's gonna give us shadow form, and it's gonna give us shadow form every second while we are in metamorphosis. We're gonna be metamorphosis for 15 seconds, but the abyss skills do not break the stealth. So shadow form will grant us stealth, and when we cast Hellfracture, it's not gonna break our stealth. So when we come down to legendary, what we see here is a legendary aspect that gonna give us 34% increased damage, because we're gonna have 10 shadow form, but this bonus will be increased by 400% while we are in stealth, and keep in mind we're gonna be in stealth. Now we have an extra crazy synergy here with the legendary amulet that was shown to us, is that we're gonna cast Hellfire skills, which gonna grant occult skills cooldown reduction. And if we cast Abyss skills, the occult skills will have resource cost reduction. Now keep in mind, Hellfire is an occult, Hellfire and Abyss, so it's gonna feed into itself and quite more presumably. We have the unique maze that was shown to us, which gonna give us basically a crazy multiplier, and every third cast gonna create a triple fracture with the Hellfracture. So crazy damage presumably, right? Okay, so how do we pump this even more? If I open up the planner that I was cooking up, right? So we're gonna take Doom. It's gonna allow us to have Hex, and if we have Wrath generation problems, we can weave in Doom during our Hellfire cast to actually fix our Wrath problems, but I think we're gonna have toys to actually fix this quite easily. So we're gonna take Doom, we're gonna take the extra Wrath, we're gonna take the Hex spreading. So Hex spreading is gonna give us crit chance like crazy, 45%, and we gonna get, if we cast it against vulnerable, weakened or slowed enemies, it's gonna spread its effect around it. So we take Hellfracture, we take the cost reduction so we can more easily spam it. We're gonna take the Fractured Abyss, so we make it an Abyss skill, and we're gonna take the additional Fracture. Now keep in mind, with the unique maze, it's gonna be like 4 times the fractures, so it's gonna be actually crazy. If we have Wrath problems, we can actually take Ramp Up and just weave in Doom. So with Nether Step is gonna give us Shadow Form, which is gonna give us damage, right? And increase movement speed that is decaying over 2 seconds. So what we're gonna do is actually take damage reduction, which is gonna give us a huge damage reduction, but it's gonna decay with the movement speed. But we're gonna take movement speed, which is gonna grant us a 50% longer movement speed duration, which is basically a 3-second damage reduction here. And we're gonna get the Gloomwalker, which is basically a panic button. So we're gonna take the immunity. So we move on to Sigil of Chaos. With the Sigil of Chaos, we're gonna get volatility, and as we discussed, volatility, we can use it on base skills now. It's gonna give us volatility, which is basically damage. It's gonna have this effect where increasing the chance for each enemy to explode for X amount of damage on that. So if we can increase its size to be quite big, yeah, we're gonna pull everything inside Sigil of Chaos with the Hellfracture Abyss, and we're gonna deal a shitload of damage because everything is gonna explode. So it's gonna be like a crazy pushing build, I think. So we're gonna take volatility duration, so it's just quality of life basically. We're gonna take Diabolic Rebuke. If I understand this correctly, I might be wrong here. 120% damage while we are inside the Sigil of Chaos is cracked, like super good. And we're gonna take the volatility empowered cast. Now Hellfire is gonna be empowered all the time. It's gonna count as triggering 3 kills. If it synergizes with this and kills actually means that it takes the on that effect, it's gonna, oh my god, it just sounds so good. And the last thing we take is Metamorphosis and the damage scaling. So it was already revealed to us that the maximum life that we're gonna get is way bigger than what we have now, even if we take this at face value. So each 656 bonus maximum life we have, we're gonna get increased damage. We already have builds with 12 to 15,000, so that is gonna be like a 40% multiplier again on top of everything. And as we discussed, Terror Demon, this is gonna be the main thing that we focus on. It's gonna give us Shadow Form, which is damage. It's gonna give us the Abyss skills, do not break its stat, which is super important for the extra damage. And sadly, it's gonna gain a 30-second cooldown. Now, if we can decrease its cooldown and it's not like locked or fixed like here, because it literally said the ritual does not benefit from cooldown reduction. It doesn't say this. So hopefully we can reduce the cooldown and we can permanently be in demon form and just wreak havoc. So it's gonna be crazy. So we take the Metamorphosis, the Sigil of Chaos. Here we gonna actually take the Summon Warlock. We take Nether Step, we take Doom and Hellfracture. And with this, like, it's looking quite crazy. Like, isn't it? Like, cast Sigil of Chaos, pull everything inside with Hellfracture, spam the skill, have it empowered, we are in demon mode. It's just, it sounds so good to be true. I really hope that we get some crazy uniques to pump the damage even more. I'm just so excited. If you have any thoughts or any extra ideas how we can make this even better, please just share it down in the comments, because this is something that I will push on day one and I will die on this hill. This needs to work out super well. So it just sounds so good. So if you made it this far, thank you so much, and yeah, I see you in the next one.